Sum number 5. A car traveling at a uniform speed covers a distance of 165 km in 3 hours. See here, suppose this distance is 165 km, then how much time is required? Yes, 3 hours. Okay, now see what they are saying next. At that same speed, how long will it take to cover a distance of 330 kilometer? Means suppose this is a distance of 330 kilometer, what time will be required, they are asking. Okay, so this is your given, this is your first to find out, means what you have to find out. See next what they are asking, how far will it travel in 8 hours? So distance we don't know how much it is, but time we know that is 8 hours. Okay, so did you understand the question? This no need to draw, this I have just done for your explanation. So from here you have to start, where I have written number 5, no? From there our solution will start. See, once again I will explain you the question. They are telling that a car is traveling 165 kilometers in 3 hours. They are asking us to find out if it is traveling 330 kilometer, how much time it will require. Next they are asking us to find out in 8 hours what distance will it cover. Okay, so now we'll solve the sum. We'll start with the solution. See, I have written here distance covered by car in 3 hours is equals to how much? 165 kilometers. So I have written the given. Okay, next what we have to find? Time taken to cover distance of 330 kilometer is equals to question mark. 330 kilometers time we have to find out. Next, distance covered by car in 8 hours we have to find out. Okay, now first we will find out distance covered by car in 1 hour. Okay, so in 1 hour we have to find. So 165 we will divide by 3. So I have written here. Okay, now just we know that test of divisibility of 3. Add this number. 6 plus 1, 7. 7 plus 5, 12. Means 165 will come in 3 stable. And 3 will also come in 3 stable. So 3 stable we will take in mind. 3 ones are 3. Now 16 will not come in 3 stable, but smaller number, that is 15, will come in 3 stable. Yes, so we will write here 3 5s are 15. 1 is remaining, we will give for this 5. So again it is becoming 15. So again we will write, in mind we are having 3, and that is 3 5s are 15. So in 1 kilometer how much distance is the car traveling? Yes, 55 kilometer. Did you understand? So in 1 kilometer we have got. Okay, now first we will solve our first to find out, that is time taken to cover distance of 330 kilometer. Time we have to find out. Yes, see, 1 kilometers, 1 hours kilometer, did you understand? So this we will divide by this one. So 330 we will divide by 55. See, this is total distance, and in 1 hour how much distance are we covering? 55. So this 1 hour's distance we will take at denominator, that is 330 we will divide by 55. Okay, so 33 and 55, don't look at 0, just look at 33 and 55. Are they coming in 11 stable? Yes, 11 3s are 11, 5s are 55, and this 0 just add to 3, so it becomes 30 upon 5. Yes, now both numbers will come in 5 stable. 5 ones are 5, 5 6 are 30. 6 upon 1 means 6. It is time taken, no? So our unit will be hours. Okay, so what we will write? Answer, time taken to cover distance of 330 kilometer is equals to 6 hours. Did you understand? So our last statement of this find out will be time. Therefore, time taken to cover distance of 330 kilometers is 6 hours. Okay, now next what we have to find out? Distance covered in 8 hours. Yeah, 1 hour's distance we know, 1 hour 55 minutes. Yes, so multiply here 55. Okay, 55 multiplied by 8. How much? Do multiplication. 8 5s are 40. 4 is there, no? 8 5s are 40 plus 4, 44. Now unit is distance, no? So unit will be kilometer. Understood? Therefore, distance covered by car in 8 hours is 440 kilometer. Yes? So did you understand how to solve the sum? So first you will write this part. Yes, till here. Take a screenshot and you can complete. Yes, after writing this you will write this down part. Take a screenshot and complete the solution of question number 5. Question number 6. A tractor uses up 12 liters of diesel while ploughing 3 acres of land. Means 3 acres of land that tractor wants to plough. Yes, so for ploughing 3 acres, tractor requires how much liters of diesel? Yes, he requires 12 liters. Now liters or diesel mean that is in liquid form. Yes, so we measure it in quantity. Yes, so a statement will start with quantity. Okay, next, how much diesel will be needed to plough 19 acres of land? So 3 acres quantity of liters is given, 19 acres you have to find out. So here I have taken, see, quantity of diesel used for ploughing 3 acres of land is equals to 12 liters. Quantity of diesel needed for ploughing 19 acres of land is equals to question mark. Okay, so first we will find, therefore quantity of diesel needed for 1 acre we will find out. So from given we will divide 12 by 3. So 12 divided by 3 will be correct 4 liters because both the numbers are coming in 3's table. So 3 1s are 3, 3 4s are 12. 4 upon 1 is nothing but 4 and unit will be liter because quantity. Yes, so it will be liter. Next. Therefore, quantity of diesel needed for 19 acres, how much it will be? 4 into 19. So 4 liter is required for 1 acre, no? So for 19 acres, we are going to multiply by 4. So 19 4s is how much, children? Yes, 76. Yeah. So 76 liter. Okay. So therefore, diesel needed to plough 19 acre of land is 76 liters. Did you understand the answer? And how to solve the sums, did you understand? Take a screenshot and complete the solution. Question number 7. At sugar factory, 5,376 kg of sugar can be obtained from 48 tons of sugar cane. So what they are telling, from 48 tons of sugar cane, we are getting 5,376 kg of sugar. Okay. If Savita Tai has grown 50 tons of sugar, how much sugar will it yield? Means how much sugar we will get from 50 tons we have to find out. Okay, so now here I have taken the solution. So see, first what I have written, quantity of sugar obtained from 48 tons is equals to 5,376 kg. They have given us this in question. Next, what we have to find out, quantity of sugar obtained from 15 tons is equals to question mark. Okay, so first we'll find out what unitary method we are using, no? So we'll use find out 1 tons. Yeah, so quantity of sugar obtained from 1 ton is equals to 5376 divided by 48. Okay, so we will do the division in rough work. Here we will do the division. See, what is the number? 5376 divided by 48. Now we will search for 53 in 48. We will get that? No. But smaller number? Yes. 48 ones are 48. So after 48 count till 53. How much numbers are there? Yes, 5 numbers. So we will write here 5 and take 7 down. Okay. Now 57 we will not get in 48. So again 48 ones are 48. Subtract that. 4, 17. 17 minus 8, 9. 4 minus 4, 0. So 9 are we getting? Yes. Now take 76. Sorry. Take 6 down. 96. So 48 multiplied by 2 we will do. 2 8s are 16. 2 4s are 8 plus 1 9. Did we get 96? So we'll write 48 2s are 96. So both the numbers, which numbers? 5376 and 48, are they coming in 48 table? So what we are going to write here? 48 ones are 48 and 48 how much are 5376? Yes, see, 48 multiplied by 112 will give us 5376. So this will be our answer there. What is that? 112. So we will obtain 112 kg of sugarcane from 1 ton. Okay. Now we have to find quantity of sugar obtained from 50 tons. So 112 multiplied by 50. Okay. So I will take here 112 into 5 we will take. Okay. 2 5s are 10. 5 ones are 5 plus 1 6. 5 ones are 5. So 560. So write it here. 560 and this 0. So how much this? What will be the unit? Kg, because here it is quantity, isn't it? So we'll write here kg. So therefore 50 tons will yield how much sugar? Yes, therefore 50 tons will yield 5600 kg sugar. Okay. So did we get the answer? So take a screenshot and complete it. Question 8. In an orchard, there are 128 mango trees in 8 rows. If all the rows have an equal number of trees, how many trees would be there in 13 rows? So they are telling us to find out number of trees in 13 rows and they have given us number of trees in 8 rows. How many trees? 128 trees. Okay. So see here, suppose this is an orchard. In that we are having total 8 rows and in total number of trees in these 8 rows is 128 mango trees. And one more thing they are telling us, children, that is in each row the number of trees whatever are there, they are same or equal. Okay. So now let us solve the sum. So I have written here number of mango trees in 8 rows is equals to what? 128. Number of mango trees in 13 rows, question mark. Number of mango trees in 1 row is equals to 128 upon 8. Okay. So now if we will check, then will this number come in 8's table? 128. We'll just check. We'll do rough work and we'll check. See, suppose I am taking 128. 8. 8 ones are 8. What will remain? 4. Correct. And 8 I will take down. 8 6 are 48, means it is divisible. Yes. So 128. 8. How much are 128? 16s are. Okay. So what we can write here? 8 ones are and 8 16s are. So number of trees in 1 row is how much? 16. Okay. Now number of trees in 13 rows equals to what? 16 into 13. So now we will do the rough work here. 16 into 13. 3 6 are 18. 3 1s are 3 plus 1 4. Add 0. 1 multiplied by any number will get that number itself. So add now. So when we add, we are getting answer 208. So here we are going to write 208. Therefore there will be 208 mango trees in 13 rows. Did you get the solution of question number 8? Question number 9. A pond in a field holds 1,20,000 liters of water. So there is a field in which we are having a pond. And how much water does that pond hold? 1,20,000. Okay, so one pond is holding this much liters of water. Okay, now next. It cost 18,000 rupees to make such a pond. So to do this pond, we require how much amount? 18,000. Okay. So next, how many ponds will be required to store 4,80,000 liters of water, and what would be the expense? Means we have to find number of ponds to store this much liter of water, and what will be the expense for that much number of ponds we have to find out. So here now we'll see, that is first thing. We have written capacity of one pond. Okay, so what we have written here? Capacity of one pond is equals to how much? 1,20,000 liters. Means one pond can hold 1,20,000 liters of water. Next, amount spent on one pond is rupees how much? 18,000. Now what we have to find out? Number of ponds and amount spent on number of ponds we have to find out. Okay, next. So first what we will do? We will find number of ponds required to store 4,80,000 liters of water. So this is the total water what we have. Okay, what is that? 4,80,000. Okay, in one pond how much water we are able to keep? That is 1,20,000. So we'll divide total liters with the liters of capacity of one pond. Now zeros will cut. 1 1 2 2 3 3 4 4. So what is remaining? 48 upon 12. In 12's table, do we get 48? Yes. Both numbers are coming in 12's table. Yes, 12 ones are and 12 fours are 48, isn't it? So what we'll write here? What is remaining? 4 upon 1 means 4. So number of ponds are how much? 4. Did you understand how to find number of ponds? Now next thing, that is amount spent on 4 ponds. Okay. So what is the amount spent on one pond? Yes, 18,000 rupees. Yes. So we will write 18,000 into 4. Yes. Now there are 3 zeros, so write 3 zeros. 18 fours is 72. So total amount will be rupees 72,000. So therefore the last statement will be 4 ponds will be required and expense will be rupees 72,000. Okay, so did you all understand how to solve the sums? Yes. So here we have completed our lesson ratio and proportion. I hope you have understood the concepts and how to solve each and every sum. So complete your CW and also practice the sums in your rough book. Thank you.